Hey there, and welcome to the review of GroovePages. Now, GroovePages is a part of larger suite of tools which is called GrooveFunnels. Basically, GrooveFunnels can be a like-to-like replacement for Kartra or ClickFunnels. But right now, we are going to see a small part of GrooveFunnels, which is GroovePages. Now, the brain behind GrooveFunnels is basically a co-founder of Kartra, EverWebinar, and Webinar Jam. So you can say that the team backing this project is very strong. So before taking further time, let's see GroovePages. So what is GroovePages? GroovePages is basically a landing page and website builder. So you can create multiple sites using GroovePages. Now I have already created the pages websites for my 7-day blog challenge and WordPress for everyone and things like that. And of course, whatever site you will create on GroovePages can be hosted on GroovePages itself, and you just have to connect it to your domain so that it will be loaded when you open your custom domain. Or the best part about it, you can download the web pages and then just upload it on your server. But we are going ahead of ourselves. First of all, let's see how to create a site using GroovePages. So let me click new site here. Now, either you can start from a blank template or there are pre-made templates available. So for the purpose of this review, let's select a pre-made template and we will then move on to a blank template, and I will show you how to create your own page using a blank template. So for the sake of simplicity, let's select this template. Now, if you want to see how the page looks before selecting that template, you can of course preview it. So let's preview the page. Looks fine. So let's select this page. Just a thing to note, right now GrooveFunnels and GroovePages is in beta, so you may come across a bug here and there, but don't worry, they are working on removing all those bugs and making it a wonderful tool. So this is how my page looks. I have already imported I am using the pre-made template here. So the first thing, let's say how to change this text. Of course, I can just click it here and then full whatever full, again I will type potential itself. So let's say if I want to change the size of this text, so I can change that. If I want to change the weight, I can of course change that. And if I just activate the export mode, I will get a lot of more options. So inside text, I can change font. There are some predefined Google fonts available here, like Nuneato, Roboto, Leto, Montserrat, and stuff like that, our regular Google fonts. Then I can change the background. Of course, I can change the color and the image. Then add borders, then add spacings. Inside spacings, you can change margin and padding or both. Then you have sizing, then you have shadows. Then you can add custom attributes like ID and class. So this is about text. Let's see, this is a button here. So for button also you get kind of similar options, because most of the HTML elements, they have text properties, background property, borders, size, shadow, class, ID, and things like that. Yeah, one thing with button, if we just click configure here, you can change the text of the button and where it should link to. It should link to a page that is hosted on GroovePages itself, or it should go to a blog on the page, or it should go to a different URL, or it should open a pop-up. So you can configure it. Likewise, there are multiple sections. Now you can select the section as a whole and then edit the properties of section. You can change the background of the section, or if you want to move around this section, just grab it here and start moving it around. So this is how you can change the things on page. Now there are 4 options you have on the left hand side. So one is blocks. So blocks are the basic building blocks of your website, of your page. Again, GroovePages will give you some pre-designed blocks. So let's say if you want to add some alert bars, they have already designed these alert bars, and you just can drag it and drop it here. If you don't want it here, you can click undo and it will go away. Then there are call to actions, then there are different content blocks, covers, features, footers, and stuff like that. But if you don't want pre-designed blocks, you can of course get unstyled blocks. So inside empty blocks, you can get different kind of column configurations. Let's say 3 column configuration, 4 column, 5 column, one smaller column, then other bigger column, and things like that. So as you can see, there are multiple options available here. So if I wanted to add let's a 3 column structure here, so I'll just drag it and drop it here. That's it. Let me undo it. Okay, then I have alert bars. The alert bar that we saw previously was a styled one. This is unstyled one. Again, if I want to change the text here, I'll just click here. If I want to change the font, let's say to Oswald, I will just click Oswald. I want to change the font size. Pretty easy. If I want to change the background of this section, then I will select the section here and go to background and change the color to something else. Even now, if I want to change the text color, again I will select the text, and inside text I have different color options. So let's select this one. All right, pretty usual stuff. So now I don't want this, so let me just trash it. Okay, perfect. Then so this is as far as blocks are concerned. You have checkout forms, you have contact forms, and hold the contact block. Then you can add countdowns also. So let's just try adding one countdown here. So okay, so let's see what are the different options for the countdown. Okay, let me select the countdown, and if I go to configure here, so I can select the type of the countdown. I can select the fixed type, the daily, or from landing on this page. So let's say if I say daily, and then I can select the time. Let's say 2 p.m. every day, and when it reaches to 0, you can select either do nothing, go to a page. Now when we say page, the page which is hosted on GroovePages, that is, this is the page we are creating which is hosted on GroovePages. And you can select home, or if you want to send that person to some external page, just click go to URL and add the URL you want to. And of course you can change the style of it. So different things like font and font size and stuff like that. So let me remove this now. Okay, now this is all about blocks. Now let's see what are the elements. So if I go to elements now, so inside the containers that I have created, again I can bring my column configuration, or let's say this is now 3 columns I have selected inside this thing. So now I can add cards in it. Yeah, that will be too small, but let's anyway try adding it. Okay, so this is the card inside that column, and if I click this card, of course I can again configure it. So basically these are different HTML elements that are available to you, like h1, h2, h3, h4, and paragraphs, and list containers, and regular HTML things that we want on our website, like your YouTube video, let's now try adding a YouTube video. So let me just drag it here. Cool, I got a video. So if I select this video, again I can configure it. I just have to add the YouTube video ID. And if I want to enable the autoplay, I think autoplay is disabled on the mobile phones, things like that, but I think on desktop it works. And I can select the aspect ratio. So let me just remove this. Okay, let's see what are the different elements other than these are available. So image, icons, carousel, empty form, input labels. I think you can add mockups here. So let's try to add, laptop here. Yeah, I think let's add it in a different container altogether. So let me go to blocks. Let me get an empty container. Yeah, let's drop it here. Okay, now inside this, let me get that laptop. So if I have to configure it, there are different styles available, light 1, light 2. And if I select some image, now let me just get the image that I already developed. So let's say this image, I'll select this. Okay, as you can see, my mockup is ready within just 5 seconds. So if I go to the design now, and let's see if I can change the sizing. So let me just go to pixels. Okay, cool. Pretty easy to change the size as well. And I can space it around. Okay, auto, so it's now center aligned. So let me just add now to the top and bottom spacing. So again, I will go to spacing. If I just want to edit the top spacing, I will select this, but if I want to edit top and bottom together, I will select top and bottom together. And okay, pretty neat, huh? Okay, so we have got this now. So this is as far as elements is concerned. So now if I go to pages, now I have one page here which is home. Let's see, if I want to rename it to something else, I can rename it. I just have to click it, rename the page and change the name. Now if I go to edit settings, what I can do is I can add a new page name, I can add a page title, I can add meta keywords, I can add meta description, I can add custom CSS, I can include tracking codes like Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel and stuff like that. So pretty easy to add your external tracking scripts. Okay, so let me just click OK here. So this is my one page. So let me just click save on it. Now if I want to add a new page, I'll just click here, this plus icon, and now let's try to select create a blank page. So I will select the blank canvas here, and let me add some blocks to it, like a navigation bar. So let me select this navigation bar. I'm just selecting the navigation bar randomly. Now if you will see here, I have got my home and page 2 a navigation bar already ready. Okay, but the name of the page is page 2. So what I will have to do, I will have to change the name of this page. So again, if I go to pages, I can click here and click rename. So let's call it about us, and shall we click OK? Okay, if I now see the navigation bar, the name has changed. Again, I will edit the settings further. The page URL right now, it's whatever / page -2. Now that's not what we want, so let's change it to about us. And again, you can change the page title, meta keywords, meta description, custom CSS, and of course Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel and other tracking script that you want to add. So let's just click OK. let's add one hero image here. So if I go to covers, for now I am using a ready-made block here. Okay, so I'm not going into details and completing this page here, but you got the idea what I exactly want to do. So let me just click save here. All right, the third thing is pop-ups. Not the third thing, the fourth thing is pop-ups. So let's create a new pop-up. So name of the pop-up is test pop-up. Type is standard, and you can change it to either entry pop-up or exit pop-up. And on which page this pop-up should come. Either it should come on the home page only, or about us page only, or the all pages. So for now, let's click about us only. So on the right hand side, you have different kind of pop-ups available here. So let me just grab one of them, and that's it. My pop-up is almost ready. So I only have to change the image here, change the text here, probably configure this form, and that's it. So I will now save and exit, and as a whole I will just save this. Now what I will do, I will get a button here. So inside elements I will get a small button. Okay, so it should link to a pop-up. It should basically open a pop-up, which is test pop-up, and let's call it open pop-up and update it. That's it. And inside design I can change the top spacing. Okay, done. Now whatever settings we saw as far as the page description and the meta description and page title was concerned, there are some site settings as well. So if I just click here, I will find site settings. So I can name this site. Let's see, test site for YouTube, video. I can change the favicon. I can add the global custom CSS, and I can add the global Google Analytics scripts and other tracking scripts that I have to add. So you don't have to add the scripts page wise. You can add those scripts to a whole site. So that saves a lot of time. Now this is where it's better than Kartra, where if you want to include Google Analytics scripts or Facebook tracking script, you have to add them on all the pages separately. But let's see, if your site, your pages are part of one site, then most probably you will have only one Google Analytics code and one Facebook tracking code. Of course, you can change it page wise also, but mostly we have a global code. So let's click OK here, and let me now publish this. Now as far as publishing is concerned, I can connect it with my custom domain. So when I check this publish on your domain, I can say that mydomain.com. Only thing that I have to do is I have to configure my CNAME and point it to host10.groovepages.com, and then I will be able, so whenever someone will go to mydomain.com, they will see the home page and the other page that I have created. So for now I'll just click publish here because I'm not connecting right now to a custom domain. Now one of the nifty things with GroovePages is you can export your site and upload it on your server. Let's see how to do that. So if I click here, I get an option to export the site. So let me just export this site. Okay, so I got a zip file. So what we will do, we will upload this zip file on my server. So let me go to my cPanel based hosting, and let's just upload the file here. Okay. Okay, so let's just reload my file manager. Let's extract this zip file. All right, I have got a couple of HTML files here, index.html and aboutus.html. So let me just refresh this page. And as you can see, whatever site we have created, the home page and the about us, has been very easily exported on your own server. That's how easy it is to export a site and put it on your server. If you don't want that, you can always point the GroovePages sites that you have created to your own custom domain. But if you don't want to use that option and use your own server for hosting the file, this is how it can be done. This is how it is. So now let's go to the about us page that we have created. Just see, it's about us.html. Okay, I got the about us page here. And if I click the open pop-up, if you remember, we had configured this button to open a pop-up. And with this ease, I was able to export my website. The biggest advantage that GroovePages has over Kartra or ClickFunnels is you get pure plain HTML files. With other systems, there are database requests, so the time to load the page is higher than what you get with a pure HTML file. So let's do one thing. Let's check the speed of this website. So let me just copy this URL and let's go to Pingdom Tools. All right, let me just paste my URL here and start the test. Aren't these results fantastic? A page that is loaded in just 800 milliseconds. The page size is 3.2 MB. Now I have seen some websites that has page size of 500 and 600 KB and it takes 10 seconds to load. Isn't this fantastic? This is how fast GroovePages is. The technology they are using behind this is called Vue.js. It's a modern JavaScript framework using which they have built this tool. So this is how easy it is to create your whole website. I'm not just talking about the landing pages. You can create your whole website using GroovePages. Additionally, if you want to see the source code of your page, you just click this button. You'll get the complete source code of the page. And if you want to change something in the source code, you are good with HTML and CSS and JavaScript, you can do that. If you want to view your page, preview your page before publishing it, you can just click this button and see this. One more additional thing. Now, all the websites have to be mobile responsive. They have to look perfect on tabs, mobiles, in landscape, in portrait, and of course on desktops and laptops. So how to change styles, particularly for a mobile? So here you can see there are various devices pictures given here. So if I click on a mobile, still all the devices are in pink color. But if I again click the mobile, then I can change the style only for the mobile. So if I want to have a smaller font here for a mobile, I can just click it here and reduce the font to 3XL. But if I again switch to the desktop, the font is still 5XL, and for the mobile it's 3XL. That's how easy it is to change the style for a particular device. This is how easy it is. So this is all about GroovePages. And the good thing is there is a lifetime deal going on GroovePages at the moment. So if you want to sign up, the link is in the description and you can just go there and sign up for GroovePages for a lifetime. So that's it for this video. Thank you.